Judge Gull, the presiding judge in the Delphi case where Richard Allen is charged with the ending of Libby and Allie, has effectively denied Mr. Allen's right to a defense. Let's talk about it. Yeah, Mr. Allen filed, Frank's motion after Frank's motion after Frank's motion in order to present in trial a defense of possible third-party culprit. There are a few states in the United States where the defendant has to prove before it's presented to a jury. I know it's in Wisconsin, it's called an Allen something. And in Indiana, it's called Frank's motion. And this more or less means that, in layman terms, the court denies the jury the right to fact-find a third-party culprit defense. They deny it to the jury. The judge is the one who decides if it is proper or not. Now, of course, you can feel what you want about that, but just that it exists is for me baffling. That the defendant has to prove a defense before it's presented. Now, you could say, oh, that would take too much time, it's too ridiculous. Well, if it's too ridiculous, it's easy for a jury to disregard it. If it's probable, then it should be up to a jury. But in Wisconsin and Indiana, not even that is enough. A judge can solely decide to deny the defendant the right to have a third-party culprit defense. So the Frank's motions, we have been through these before. You can go see it for yourself. Here it is. So, State of Indiana, blah, blah, blah. The court, having had the state's motion in limine under advisement, following a hearing conducted on August 1st, 2024, and having heard and considered the evidence, admitted exhibits, arguments of counsel, defendant's supplemental submission regarding state's motion in limine. Yeah, the Frank's motion is not enough here in Indiana. The state can tell the judge, hey, we want this out. We don't even want them to present it. We don't want them to even ask questions about it. We want you, the judge, to tell the defense they are not even allowed to ask questions to witnesses. They are not allowed to call cops as witnesses who believe in this other theory. They are not allowed to do anything. Anything. And the state's response to defense memorandum of law, filed August 26, 2024, grants paragraphs 1 through 6 over defendant's objection and grants paragraphs 8 to 12 over the defendant's objection. As it relates to paragraph 7, the burden is on the defendant to show a nexus between Odinism, cult of all ritualistic killing, Brad Holder, Patrick Westfall, Johnny Messer, Elvis Field, Ned Smith, Rod Abrams, Kevin Kline, Pagan Kline, Jerry Kline, Ron Logan, and the murders of the two victims. The case law is quite clear that the nexus must not be based on speculation, conjecture, rumors, or hearsay, but rather on admissible evidence. The court finds the defense has failed to produce admissible evidence demonstrating a nexus between these and grants paragraph 7. The court will not permit the evidence submitted by the defense in support of their arguments regarding third-party perpetrators in this trial. This because as the probative value of such evidence is greatly outweighed by confusion of the issues and its potential to mislead the jury. This is not, she calls it misleading the jury. I will call it allowing the jury the full picture, which Judge Gull denies. Now, I will just bring forward one of these nexuses that she denies. This is the local fake Aesir of the locals, the local morons, the local diaper Nazis who, I'm a Odinist, I believe in the Aesir faith, no. So this is the insane ramblings of Mike Fiorilli. You know, this classic Scandinavian name, Mike Fiorilli. But well, guys, I'm not forgotten. I'm fighting my own battles lately. And enemies are getting greater in number instead of fewer. But I look to the gods, and they give me strength to keep fighting. Oh, it's coming. This is from my Thor blood today. A cool thing about this picture is that Thurisas rune on the tree that was from a blood, but that's been almost 2 weeks ago and the imprint remains. That is how I imagine this absolute fuckwat speaking. And here it is. Oop. Yeah. That same rune was painted by victims' blood in the murder of Abby and Libby. That same. On a tree near the murder scene or the dump site, whatever it might be. But according to Judge Gull, no, not enough. And this is not the only. I mean, there are one of the named people, his kid dated one of the victims. These diaper Nazis didn't like that, apparently, or the dad didn't like it because apparently one of the victims' mother dated outside of race. And there's tons and tons and tons more that points to this not being Mr. Allen. But now the defense isn't allowed to bring that forward as a defense. And not only that, she again denied request for recording of court proceeding by news media, denied without hearing. She's hiding. She's hiding. Howard Judge Gull is hiding because she doesn't want this cluster F be publicized in real time, because then people would react in real time. In my opinion, Judge Gull already determined by herself, Mr. Allen is probably guilty. And she took it upon herself to be judge, jury, and probably executioner as well. She has maybe 10 years of as a judge left in her. Then she can retire. So she doesn't care if this gets to appeal. She doesn't care if Mr. Allen gets exonerated post-mortem, because by then she won't be practicing law anymore. She will be retired, patting herself on the shoulder. Oh, I did a good job. No, Judge Gull, you're a horrible human being. You're a coward, a spineless coward. You are a disgrace for your position. And I wish that the appellate courts of Indiana and the Indiana Supreme Court recognizes this and punts her all the way to hell. Strip her of all of the bar card, of everything. But I doubt that will happen. Sadly, with this latest decision and with so close to the trial, with Mr. Allen no longer being able to get to a proper defense, my estimation is that he will be found guilty. He will be thrown in prison for life, and then appellate courts might handle it in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. Maybe he will be exonerated by then, but Judge Gull doesn't care, and the prosecutor definitely doesn't. And it's disheartening when you see these cowards, these corrupt bastards deciding who lives and who doesn't. But we can't give up, folks. We can't give up. Yeah, do the YouTube things, you know what it is. I will talk to you all in another stream or another video. Hug your family. Unless your family is crap, then screw them and give your love to the people who deserve it. See you later.